guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Love Day to all of you guys. So for this video, we're gonna go ahead and do my lobster bisque. If you guys know your Rexy girl, lobster is my heaven, so this is right up my alley. So with that being said, let's go over the ingredients so we can get started, guys. Okay guys, so here's the list of ingredients you guys are gonna need for the lobster bisque. Very bougie, I must say, but it's really easy to put together and it's absolutely amazing. You're going to need some seafood stock. You're going to need some crushed tomatoes. I'm using Cento. You're going to need some tomato paste. I'm using Cento. You're going to need some olive oil, salt, and pepper. You're going to need some bay leaves, some cayenne pepper. You're going to need some paprika. You're going to need an onion, some garlic. You're going to need some fresh thyme, some fresh parsley. You're going to need 1 large carrot, 2 celery ribs. You're going to need some long grain rice. You're also going to need some heavy whipping cream, and then you're going to need a nice white wine. I have a cupcake Pinot Grigio over there. You guys can use whatever your favorite white wine is. And of course your star ingredient, your lobster. Now you're going to need 1 to 2, depending on how much you guys are making. Lobster tails, about 1.5 pounds. So as you guys can see, my lobster tails are not out. I actually am on my way to the ocean to catch myself a fresh lobster. So with that being said, I'm gonna go to the ocean, I'm gonna grab me a lobster, and I will be back here with you to put this lobster bisque together. So we'll be back, guys. So I'm back from the ocean. I went ahead and caught me 2 lobster tails. So cute. Anyways, this is about a pound. Like I said, you could do about a pound, pound and a half. So right here I have just a pot of water. I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on high, bring this up to a boil, because we're gonna go ahead and cook our lobster tail before we start the actual bisque, because we're gonna start with making the stock, okay? All right, so what we want to do is we want to get this to a boil before we put these in. These will take probably between 10 and 12 minutes, and then we will go from there. So, we'll be back, guys. So my lobster was in there after it was done boiling for exactly 10 minutes, and they are perfectly cooked. See how pretty and vibrant red? That's what you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out, stick them on a plate, and put them to the side so they can cool off. Because we're going to be taking the meat out of there. Do not discard this water, okay? You need to reserve the water because we're going to be using some of it for our stock, for our bisque, okay? Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and let the lobsters get cooled off. So we'll be back as soon as the lobsters cool off a bit. Okay guys, so I have my lobster tails out. They're pretty much cooled off by now. Just a little bowl and some scissors. And this is all you're going to do. You're just going to break up the lobster shell, because we want to get the meat out of there and chop it up. So just take your scissors and just cut down the whole tail. And remove the meat. And we're going to use all this, okay? So don't get rid of that. We're going to be using the shell for our stock. And you're just going to discard all the meat. Just like that. And put it in your bowl. Like I said, keep your shells and the tails and stuff like that. You can pull the meat out. We don't want to waste any of this delicious meat. So just go ahead and clean it out really good. And then this one, again, cut down the back of the tail. I usually crack it, it's just easier for me, in half, and then pull out the meat. Just like that. And if you guys know your girl Rexy, you'll know that lobster is my heaven, okay? I absolutely love lobster. Lobster anything. I would eat it every day if I could. Just like this. Alright, so we're going to leave the juice and we're gonna leave the shell because that's gonna be put in our stock to make the bisque. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. Let me wash my hands. And a little fun fact about your girl Rexy is I'm actually allergic to shellfish, believe it or not. But it doesn't stop me from eating it. It used to be really bad when I was a kid. It's calmed down a lot, so if anything, I just pop Benadryl and I'm good to go. Alright. So that's done. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, put it in the refrigerator. So that we can start working on our bisque. Alright, so I'm going to clean up, guys, and I will meet you back here in a second. First thing we're going to work on is our mirepoix, okay? And all that is carrots and celery and onions. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the stove on medium-high. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in here. I'm going to put probably about a tablespoon of butter. I'm going to let this get nice and hot so we can put our veggies in there. And this is going to be the base of our bisque. Alright, now that it's starting to melt, put in the carrots and celery. I just diced up, it was 1 carrot, 2 celery stalks or ribs, and I'm going to put that in there. And we're going to sweat these down. I'm going to put my onion in there. I'm going to do a little salt. Excuse my phone ringing. Okay, sorry about that. That was my mama calling. Okay, so I'm going to let these sweat down. Get the onions translucent. And that'll probably take about between 6 and 10 minutes, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and add our herbs. What I have here is just 3 large garlic cloves that I've diced, chopped up. I've got some fresh thyme, and I got some bay leaves, just 2 small bay leaves. You could use 1 large one if you want. It'll work just fine. Alright, so I'm going to let this sweat down. I'm going to let this cook, and I will bring you guys back and show you what it looks like when we get there. So we'll be back, guys. Okay guys, this is looking beautiful, and that's what you're kind of looking for. See how the onions are nicely translucent? That's perfect. Alright, and it's been about 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the garlic and fresh herbs in there, and I'm going to cook that for about 5 minutes, just to wake up all the fragrances. Alright, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Okay guys, it smells absolutely delicious in here. This looks beautiful. Perfect. At this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the shells, the lobster shells to this. And any juice that it collected. So put that right in the bowl. I mean the pot. See all the juice? Don't want to waste anything. Put that right in there. Mix that around. And I'm going to let this cook for 10 minutes with the shells, okay? Just like that. I'm going to lower it just a little bit. In between medium and low now. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook for 10 minutes, and I will be back to show you the next step, guys. Alright guys, this looks beautiful. It smells absolutely delicious. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start deglazing the pot. So we're going to put in some wine, and I'm going to do a cup of wine. I'm going to turn the heat up. And then we're going to cook this down for about 10 minutes. Once it comes back up to temperature. Alright guys, this is perfect. Beautiful. So it's cooked down a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about a tablespoon of tomato paste. I'm going to add 1 cup of crushed tomatoes. And we'll do 1.5. Give that a nice little stirry. I'm going to do 2 cups of the seafood stock. So that's going to be half the box because this is 4 cups in this. I'm going to do 1 cup of the reserved water from the lobsters. Give that a nice little mix. We're going to do some salt and pepper, to your taste, of course. And we'll taste it for seasoning, okay? I'm going to do a tablespoon of paprika. I'm going to do a pinch of cayenne pepper. Just a pinch, or to your liking, guys, okay? But you need a little bit of the heat. So maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. Unless you like it spicier, you know, by all means. You don't want the spice to overpower the bisque, though. You just want a little bit. Give that a nice mix. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up. In between medium and high. I'm going to get this to a nice simmer. I'm going to go ahead and cover this. Almost closed, okay? So just keep it open just a little bit. And I'm going to do is I'm going to let this simmer, so it's on medium. I'm going to let this simmer for an hour, okay? And then I will bring you guys back and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, it's been a little over an hour. I got sidetracked with something, but it's okay. So, the house smells absolutely amazing. I can't even explain to you guys. I already tasted it for seasoning, and it's spot on. I mean, it is... My mouth is salivating. I cannot wait. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. Now, we are going to strain all this goodness. I'm going to go ahead and keep that on low. Don't make too much of a mess. So all you're going to do is strain it all. Like so. Alright, I'm going to take the shells out real quick. It's going to be hot, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Gosh, that's hot. Woo-wee! Frick, that's hot. My little Rexy hands cannot take the heat, I guess. Alright, that looks good. Just mush that really good. Get all that goodness in there. Perfect. Whoops. And I'm just going to take the rest of this. and pour it in the strainer without making a mess. See if I can do that. Not bad, not bad. Alright. And then I'm just gonna put it back in this with all the yummy flavors. Doesn't splatter. I'm gonna put a half a cup of rice in here. Just like that. Alright, we are gonna cook the rice in this bisque for 30 minutes, okay? Or until the rice is like mushy, really, really, really tender. And I will show you guys what it looks like when we get there. So we're back, guys. Alright guys, we are ready. Oh yeah. Perfect. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to use the immersion blender. Turn this off. We are almost done, guys. So you see how the rice is nice and mushy? See how it's mushy? It's really tender, soft. That's what you want, okay? Alright, I have my half a cup of cream and then my lobster over there that I took out of the refrigerator. And all you're going to do is you're going to take an immersion blender and blend it, okay? Alright guys, this is looking beautiful. It's nice and thick, very creamy. Let that sit there for a second. And look at the texture, guys. Look how thick and nice and creamy that is. I wish you guys could smell it. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Alright, at this point, take this out. Put it there. We are going to add some cream. That's a half a cup of heavy cream. And my light just went off again. We're going to put all but a little bit of the lobster in here because we're going to use some for garnish. That looks good. Let that get nice and warmed up, the lobster with the cream. Oh my goodness, does that look good? It smells amazing. Now I'm making this for my daughter and my son-in-law. They're not married, but they've been together since they're 13. I'm making this for them tonight for a little early love day dinner. Because this is their favorite. Look how beautiful and thick and velvety. I'm going to put this on low for about 5 minutes and then I am going to bowl it, bring you over there so that we can put the finishing touches on and taste it. So we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, I'm so excited to try this. Alright, so this is going to be the finishing touches. You are going to take a little bit of cream. I mean, if you want to be, you know, fancy and bougie. You don't have to do this. And you're going to swirl it. However you guys want to do it. You're going to take a little bit of parsley. Sprinkle it on top like that. You're going to take some lobster garnish. Stick it on top like that. Doesn't that look all sexy and delicious? And that's it, guys. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to go ahead and taste it for you guys because I can't wait. I'm so excited. Alright. My mouth is literally salivating. It's like one of my favorites. Alright guys, this is for you. Happy Love Day. I love you guys so much. Cheers, guys. Oh my god. I had to toot my horn for that, guys. Wow, this is really, really, really good. This is definitely in my top recipes by far. Absolutely delicious. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make this for your loved ones for Love Day. They'll really appreciate it. They're gonna absolutely love it. Don't forget to make it with my red velvet Love Day cake. So with that, I'm gonna say happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.